I always wanted to do this. Now that this is out of my system, let's talk about how we can make you feel more productive. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Gamzee and it's Gamzee time. So today we're going to talk about how to feel productive, and I have 10 tips, hopefully new, novel ideas that will help you get out of the rut if you are feeling in a rut lately, or you just want to be more productive. So let's dive right in. The first thing that you can do to feel more productive is to actually play with your to-do list a little bit. If you're someone who uses to-do lists or task lists and you seem to never finish them, the reason for that might be that your to-do list will take about 10-15 hours while you have less than that in a day. So what I'm saying is over planning. And to change that, all you have to do is to be a little bit more mindful when you're making your daily to-do list. I would recommend writing how much time you would need to complete each and every single task on that list and have a total number for that. How many hours in that day do you need to finish that list? Because like I said, if you have a list that is gonna take longer than what you actually have in terms of time, you will never be able to feel productive and you'll always feel behind and you'll feel stressful, and that is a vicious cycle that you don't want to get into. So time your to-do list, make it reasonable, make it realistic. If you're doing a task for the first time and you're not sure how long it will take, give it a ballpark figure. I start with 2 hours, and if I think that it will take exactly 2 hours, I block 2.5 to 3 hours on my calendar, which makes me feel like I'm always ahead of my to-do list, ahead of my calendar, which is a great feeling to have. Another way to feel more productive is to actually start the day with a small win. And that win can be as simple as making your bed. If you start the day with that little tiny win that makes you feel good, feel productive, feel like you're doing something meaningful or useful, give it a go. Make your bed. Or like I said, it can be anything that is just easy to do, not a big barrier to complete, and you can just feel productive the first thing in the morning, and that will lead to hopefully a more productive day. The third thing you can do to feel more productive, and I will say feel productive so many times in this video, is making your success, making your progress visual. And what I say by that is having a visual bar or a chart or anything like that that you can fill up, showing you progress of, accomplishment. And that feeling of progress is already an incredible feeling to have. What I do for that is just a bar on my planner. You can use a lot of electronic tools, anything that will make you feel like you are, moving towards something, finishing things. Even though you don't reach the end goal yet, still that progress will make you feel more productive. Assessing your progress gives you another thing as well, and that is basically breaking things down. One of the biggest mistakes that I see with my clients is that they write a whole project as if it was a task, like start a business or, finish a website or write a book. That's not a task, that's a whole project. But if you break it down, let's say writing a book, if you broke it down and say, I'm going to write 1 page every day, or I'm going to write 1 chapter every week, and I'm going to write the, intro today, or whatever it might be, or I'm just going to look into the cover design or find a designer for that, then you broke the whole project down into manageable pieces, and every single piece that you finish or accomplish will give you that sense of progress and productivity. Another thing that you can do daily to feel more productive, and I should really stop saying that at this point, is to actually bringing your inboxes to 0. Having emails, messages, anything unread is just one of the biggest triggers for me. I feel like I'm behind and I'm not productive when there are things in my email inbox. And for that, I have assigned 1 hour every day to bring my inboxes to 0 so that I can have a peace of mind and focus on the things that really matter, And for that, you can't act on the emails or the messages as you're reading them. What I mean by that is, there are some emails that you can just write a quick reply and it's done in a couple of minutes. That's something that I do while I'm doing my inbox 0. But there are some emails that create work, like half an hour work. And what I see many people do is to stop reading emails and switch to that task, complete it, come back, we're still on emails, another task, another hour, come back, whole day, the whole day we're reading emails, and that is not productive at all. I would recommend reading all your emails, creating those tasks, bringing them over to either your to-do list or, like daily list or Google Calendar, whatever system you're using, and bring it to zero. You can deal with the task later when you decide to deal with that. But other than that, have those inboxes peaceful and empty, because that is a good feeling. Am I a nerd? Number 5, we're at number 5 now, is to limit phone time. And I know, it has been a big problem. It has been a big problem for me. I have taken extreme measures to limit my phone time, but it helps, it helps. I have 2 WhatsApp accounts so that I can look at my WhatsApp business during work hours and my personal one during personal time. That creates boundary, that's great, but also I'm not constantly, being distracted. Or Instagram. I only check Instagram and send you guys stories during my breaks. Other than that, I don't reach out for my phone. I keep my phone away enough that I can't, grab it with one move. That helps a lot. You can put it in a drawer, you can put it in another room. If you're not using it for your work, limit that time. I have found the screen time really useful. That is a feature that iPhone has, showing you how much time you've spent in, different apps, and it has been horrifying. So I realized that I'm consuming more than I want to. Just that realization really helps with being more productive, because if you can just drop your phone and work or do whatever you want to do, I promise you, you will feel more productive. You will. Number 6, and I'm sure you saw this one coming, but I could not have not included this because this is a no-brainer and it is so obvious, so true, is to wake up early. And trust me when I say I was known, I was famous for not being able to wake up early, okay? It was a big problem for me. I was late for my classes. The classes I gave, I was late for them, and it just messes up the whole mood, like you wake up and you wanted to wake up at 7 and you're up by 10 and you look at the time on your phone probably and you're like, oh God, okay, this is already starting the day with a loss. And that mindset kind of never leaves you throughout the day, making that day very unproductive, and it makes you feel like sluggish a little bit, in my opinion. So I changed my whole life. There's a video about it, but waking up early makes a huge difference. And I'm not saying that, like if you're waking up at 9 normally, go start waking up at 5 tomorrow. I'm not saying that at all, but even a half an hour to an hour difference can make a huge impact on your productivity. I was working with a client yesterday. I'm not gonna tell stories throughout this video, I promise, but I was working with her yesterday, and she normally wakes up at 8:30, and I showed her what she can do if she just woke up at 7 instead, those 1.5 hours, and then how the day would go if she just changed that one thing. And it was like, a big revelation, and it is. Waking up early will make you more productive. Feel and be more productive. That is a promise. Let me know how it goes for you. If you try it, I have multiple videos about waking up early. Let me know, because like I said, I have been the worst in that department, and now I'm really proud. And even that is a good thing, I'm proud that I'm waking up early. God, I talked about it too much. The next thing is to know yourself a little bit. And what I mean by that is know that one thing that always makes you feel more productive. For me, that one thing is obviously, like having a great meeting with a great outcome. So that thing makes me feel like I've done something that day. It was a useful and good day for me because I just had that meeting. So for me, if I had a meeting of like an hour every day with a, business associate or something like that, that will make my day, and that will already make me feel more productive. So I will try to include that in every single work day. Another one could be, just that simple thing, making the bed, or just tidying around before I go to bed, or, making a video for you guys. Whatever it is for you, try to include that one thing in your daily routine pretty much every day. And if that's an easy thing for you, a short task, or something really small and easy to accomplish, a little chore, even better. Do that thing as early as possible in the day so that, again, you know that will make you feel more productive. Tap into that. I think we should all be using these things that make us feel good, feel productive, feel happy. We need help right now, and that is a thing that will help on a daily basis. Another thing that will be a great idea is to start using a planner or any planning system, but personally I 100% recommend planners, like physical planners, because they do a couple of things, right? First of all, they are making you planned, and that means you will be more productive because you planned, right? Another one is that feeling of accomplishment and fulfillment as you go through your task on that planner and checking them off. Like, I don't know the psychology, but it is a reality. It helps so much. But what could also help is that if you go in your planner every single evening, like before you finish work or before you just go into your evening routine, write down the things that you did that day, you accomplished, you finished, you feel good about. Like, every little thing counts, okay? We gotta count every little win right now. So write down the things that you did and understand that it was a good and productive day. That will help the next day because, you just finished up a great day, and that will give you the motivation to wake up and finish another great day. And I just love planners anyway. It's like meditation to me, okay? It's like adult coloring. It's like self-care time for me. I can't live without them. I really can't. I don't know if you heard about this next one, but it is making me crack up every time I hear that phrase. Eat the frog first. That means just do the biggest, the most important, the most impactful, the hardest thing first in the morning, in the day, so that you feel that, I already finished the most important thing. So whatever I do from now on is gonna be an extra thing, like I'm already productive. So everything else is just a, cherry on top kind of thing. Again, I don't know why they call eating the frog. It's just super weird to me, but it works, especially for me with videos. I sometimes feel like I need to finish that as soon as possible because during the day, as my energy goes down, I'm like, okay, should I film? Should I do this? Should I do that? It happens. But if I finish it the first thing in the morning, like I'm doing right now, it just gives me that sensation of, if I just slept today, if I just left the office today and just, didn't do anything, it's still a win. It's still a productive day, and that is priceless. And another one is to just getting organized, like keeping a clean desk, assigning places to items, removing that search time from your life completely, and just being an organized person in general. I think that creates a lot of stress and a lot of barrier if you're not organized, especially in business. Like it's always like, oh, I gotta find that thing, I gotta find that document, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, because everything is so disorganized. That is already creating a barrier to start a task. And if you don't start, you don't finish. And if you don't finish, you don't feel productive. It's, again, another vicious cycle. I'm not saying go crazy like I am. I'm a little bit of an organization freak. I know that. But just assigning places to things and having a clean and tidy environment. I think that's it. And all you gotta do for that is having 15 minutes every evening. 15 minutes is all it takes. Trust me. It's like if you do it every day, you can keep up with that. That's it. You don't have to spend like 4 hours organizing. No. Or maybe when you're starting as a hobby. I know, I'm crazy a little bit. So those were my 10 ways to feel more productive. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if it was. Let me know which one was more useful for you. So maybe we can dig deeper into that and find other ways, other tips, other tactics in another video that will help you to feel and be more productive in the future. I'm really dedicated to making your lives better with this channel, with this content about, motivation, procrastination, general time management, planning, productivity. Just having a more successful and better life is my mission on this platform. And if you want to join me and support my mission, please make sure that you're subscribed. That means the world to me, especially if we can get to 10K. That will make my month, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.